Hi everyone, it's Karen from Craftykarendesigns here. Welcome to Fun Fold Friday. And this week we're going to make a tri-fold card. Tri-fold shutter card, I think it's called. I've seen a few of these about. This particular one I saw recently on Tina Shaw's channel. But I've changed the measurements slightly. Sorry, excuse me. And blinged mine up a bit. This is the sample one that I did using the Heartwarming Hugs and Real Red and Gold, the poinsettia flower, and some Christmas trees. And I quite like this one, but I thought I'd try something a bit different for the next one. So I'm going to do this one with you with Snowflake Splendour. And I haven't got much of this cardstock, DSP. I've only got little bits left, which is why I'm going to use it up. And it's great for scrap busting, this card, because it doesn't use big pieces of anything. Is that in shot? Yeah. So I'm going to use Pacific Point cardstock, and it's 6 by 12. So on the long side, we're going to score it at 2, 4, 8 and 10. And that's it for scoring, I think. Get rid of that. So we'll bring in the trimmer. And I'll talk you through the sizes of all the mats and layers as we're going through. So on the short side, I'm going to turn this upside down actually, it's easier to see, or easier for me to see. Just move things out of the way. Hope you can see that. So I brought it right down to the bottom of the trimmer, and I've got it butted right up against this lip. Because that is about, it's 1.5 inches from the cutting groove, and you want to measure 1.5 inches, but we're going to cut not all of the way. We're going to cut from the first score line at 2 inches up to the 10-inch score line and stop, and then you need to turn it round exactly the same again, butt it right up to the lip and go from the 10-inch down to the 2-inch like that. So that's what you're left with. So let's move the trimmer out of the way. Now you need to start scoring, folding. So we'll fold it first and then we'll burnish. So let me get the sample. Make sure I'm going the right way. So the first one needs to go up like a mountain fold, like that. This one's a mountain fold. These two are valley folds. Then this one's a valley. These two are mountains, and this one's a valley. That's the right way. So when you start pushing it together, it will all hopefully fold in the right. So that will go up like that, then that will fold down like that. So give everything a quick burnish. There we go. So when it's open, it will stand and display like that. Okay? I'll put a template on my blog so that you can see. and all the measurements will be over on my blog, craftykarendesigns.blogspot.com, later on. Right, let's have a look at these mats and layers. So, as I said, it's a good scrap busting card, and I've cut all of these to size already, because you don't need to sit and watch me cutting out bits of card. I'm sure you can all do that. So for these pieces, the two long pieces on the end, I'm using, I'm going to bling it up a bit with some silver foil. So my first matte layer is going to be a silver foil layer, and then the DSP is going to go on top of that. So the matte layers are 1 7/8 by 5 7/8. We've got 2 of those, and then the DSP layer is 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, so we'll just stick those down first. So this will just give you a tiny border around the outside, like that. And you could use seal if you wanted to, but I still haven't got any. I'm not very keen on tape runners. I get in such a mess with them. I'd rather have a bit of wiggle room with some wet glue. So it's the same size for this next one. So we'll just add some glue to this one. And again, just a little border all the way around the outside. And then add that to the card. Like that. Okay, right, the next pieces are, let's have a look. Are these pieces here. So there's this one and this one. So that's going to go like that. So these pieces are, the silver foil is 1 7/8 by 2 7/8, and the DSP is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So just put some, oh, I've put it on the wrong side. I was going to use the plain side of this, never mind. We're now using the snowflake side. Not to worry. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. So that one will go on there, like so. Luckily there are so many different patterns on this designer series paper, it won't really matter. Just tiny little border all the way around. It's quite easy to put together. It's the cutting that takes the time, which is why I've not done it on camera. You can lay this flat while you do this. Then you need 4 pieces, which are 1 7/8 by 1 3/8, and the DSP is 1 3/4 by 1 1/4, and they just fit on there like that. So there's 4 of those. Which go on these sections here. If I knew how, I'd fast forward this bit for you, but I don't. You can fast forward when you're watching, but I have no idea how to do it. It's probably something really, really simple. And this one goes here. And the last one. Goes here. Now, bear with me a minute while I take the cardigan off. I'm having a bit of a hot flush here. It's suddenly gone very, very warm. Right, the last two pieces are these pieces that go across here. And these pieces are 3 7/8 by 1 3/8, and the DSP is 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. Last one. Goes here. So then that will fold up, whoops, like that. So lots of different snowflakes on show. Now on the sample, I put a sentiment on this bit and on this bit, and I've left some room. You can put a panel of white on the back there to write your message. But I thought I might change this up a bit this time. I do like that one, but I very stupidly, when I bought this designer series paper, I didn't buy the stamp set and I didn't buy the dies either. So I haven't got any snowflake dies to cut out. So I'm going to use some Christmas trees, and I'm using this balmy blue glimmer paper and the pine tree punch. And I've also got some silver foil, so we might have some silver foil ones as well. We'll see. And I'm going to use Pacific Point as the ink colour. And I've got, what have I done with them? I've cut out one of the stitched scallops rectangles from the Stitch So Sweetly, and I've done a small one as well to go on this bit. The Stitch So Sweetly dies, they're my really very favourite, and I'm using stamps from the Perfectly Plaid. So this is the bit where I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out, so we'll just go for it. So I think on the front, I'm going to put this on here like this, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment on here and add some Christmas trees. So I think we'll have Merry Christmas on this one. So we'll just add the Merry Christmas down at the bottom here, and one or two Christmas trees, just the one I think, and we'll add that with dimensionals. And I've only got mini dimensionals at the moment, so talk amongst yourselves for a minute. There we go, let's pull the backing off these. And add that there, like that. Then we'll add that on there with some more dimensionals. There we go, we'll just add that in the middle of there, like that. Then for the centre one, I'm going to put some silver foil and we'll stamp on this one. So I thought what we'd do is use this stamp. I'm going to stamp off, use the Pacific point, but I'm going to stamp off just stamp a couple of trees on that one, and then full strength we can do no, I think I've changed my mind about that one. Will that one fit? That ho 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 might fit in between. It will if I move them further apart, so let's flip that over. I'll try again. So actually I think I'll just stamp one. And then that one will fit. So you could write on this bit as well. So we'll add that with some glue. To there. And then add it to the centre of the card. Like that. And then shall we add some more? Do you know what? I think we'll leave those. I think we've got enough. So I think I'm going to leave that like that. But we'll add some bling. Somewhere I've got some Snowflake sequins. There they go. Look how pretty they are. Well, you can see in the light, they're all iridescent. So we'll stick a few of these on. Scatter a few about. show up better on the darker cardstock. Another one on there. I wonder if they'll show up on the tree. They'll show up on that one, won't they? I'll have one on the top of the tree. Getting a bit carried away now. No, they don't really show up on that. It's bling enough. So there you go. Trifold shutter card. Snowflake Splendour. Perfectly plaid. Few trees, bit of sparkle, and lots of snowflakes. And then there's the sample one, oops, that I did with the poinsettias and the heartwarming hugs designer series paper. There you go. I hope you like these. I hope you'll give them a try. Please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd be really grateful if you did. You just press the red button below this video and then click on the bell. You'll get notified every time I upload a new video. I upload a fun fold card every Friday and there's 30 odd to look back on, and I'm hoping to keep going at least for the rest of this year. So thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you again next week, and don't forget all the measurements will be over on my blog, craftykarendesigns.blogspot.com. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.